Have you ever seen a huge truck lose control and put lives in danger? Get ready to witness some of the scariest near-death experiences as trucks go out of control. From close calls to total disasters, these shocking moments will leave you speechless. Number 25. Starting with when Gene Wheeler's truck flew off the expressway, flipped upside down, and burst into flames. Police say it hit another vehicle before going over the edge. A speeding truck swerves, missing a car. Another loses control on a turn. One nearly falls off a bridge. Brake failures, icy roads, and sudden crashes make these moments terrifying. Number 24. Next up, a semi-truck driver was driving rashly, trying to block cars from passing him. When he suddenly moved right to give space to a car, the truck lost balance and flipped badly. The heavy vehicle crashed onto the road, nearly crushing nearby cars. This reckless driving turned into a terrifying near-death experience. Number 23. Don't go anywhere. Check out what happens next. Failed overtaking often leads to terrible crashes. A truck was speeding when a car suddenly appeared from the left. Instead of slowing down, the driver tried to overtake, but lost control. The truck crashed badly into oncoming cars, causing a massive accident. This reckless move turned the road into a scene of destruction and danger. Number 22. In heavy smog, police were guiding traffic when an 18-wheeler suddenly appeared and flipped badly on the left side. Traffic police ran to save themselves, avoiding a disaster. Many people were injured in this near-death incident. The massive truck crash turned the road into a dangerous scene, shocking drivers and bystanders. Number 21. Next, a car missed its exit, and to fix the mistake, the driver switched lanes. A fast-moving semi-truck tried to pass safely, but lost control and flipped. Another truck coming from behind also overturned. Meanwhile, the car driver calmly drove away from the other side, leaving behind a massive accident and a dangerous scene. Number 20. This one's intense. A truck was driving in extremely windy weather, so strong that one of its wheels lifted off the ground. Despite the driver's attempts to control it, the truck lost balance and flipped badly. The violent winds made it impossible to handle, turning what should have been a regular drive into a dangerous near-death situation. Number 19. Next, a truck loaded with concrete was coming from behind when its brakes failed. Unable to stop, the truck lost control and crashed into a ditch. The heavy load caused it to tip over, creating a dangerous situation. The driver narrowly escaped injury, but the accident left a serious threat on the road. Number 18. Trust me, you won't expect this. A semi-truck stopped at a traffic light when a car from behind tried to overtake. The car lightly hit the truck, causing the heavy coil load to slip off. The coils fell onto the road, blocking traffic and creating a dangerous situation. The accident narrowly avoided further crashes and serious injuries. Number 17. Here comes the next disastrous near-death experience. A truck came onto the road from the wrong side, moving off the road and through bushes. It crashed into cars coming from both behind and ahead. The impact caused a terrible accident, with cars colliding and causing serious damage. The drivers were lucky to survive, but the crash left a scene of destruction. Number 16. Look at this. A truck driver was driving on a dangerous road where even the smallest mistake could cost his life. The road was tricky, and one wrong move could lead to disaster. This was a near-death experience, as the driver narrowly avoided a terrible accident. The close call left him shaken and scared for his life. Number 15. Let's talk about another brutal mishap. A police officer was standing near a car when a car suddenly came speeding toward him from the opposite direction. The officer ran to avoid being hit, but the car struck his leg, causing him to fall badly. Despite the injury, he managed to get up and run away. It was a very close call and terrifying encounter. Number 14. In addition, A loose tire was lying on the road when a car stopped and passed it carefully. Two cars coming from behind collided as both drivers got out to inspect the situation. Meanwhile, a truck and other vehicles crashed badly. The car drivers quickly ran away, escaping a dangerous situation. It was a very scary experience for them. Number 13. A truck was driving through a mountain hill when it suddenly slipped. The truck began sliding down the slope, heading toward the edge. The driver struggled to control it, but the truck kept sliding uncontrollably. This near-death experience showed just how dangerous mountain roads can be, with the truck narrowly avoiding a serious crash. Number 12. In the next clip, a truck driver lost control on the highway and sped uncontrollably. It came dangerously close to crashing, but the front of the truck swerved in the opposite direction while the back stayed behind. This sudden twist saved the driver's life, as the truck narrowly avoided a terrible accident. Number 11. Here's a shocking twist. A truck driver was driving at high speed when he suddenly lost control of the truck. The truck moved off the road and went toward the side. Luckily, the front of the truck shifted, and the driver and people on the road narrowly escaped danger, avoiding a serious accident. Number 10. Next, a semi-truck driver lost control of the truck, and it fell off a bridge, hanging dangerously. Rescue workers arrived just in time and saved the driver. For the driver, it was a near-death experience, as he narrowly avoided falling to the ground below, which could have led to a tragic outcome. Number 9. A truck was driving on the highway at night when a car tried to pass it. To avoid the car overtaking, the truck suddenly moved to the left side. Both vehicles nearly collided, but the driver managed to avoid a crash just in time. It was a close call, preventing a serious accident. Number 8. Then, on a snowy hill, many cars and trucks were parked. A truck came from the front and tried to overtake. While attempting this, it lost control and fell onto the snowy side. The truck flipped over, but luckily the driver survived. It was a dangerous situation, and the driver narrowly escaped harm. Number 7. In Toronto, a truck was coming from behind. The car driver luckily noticed it and realized the truck would hit. Quickly, the driver got out of the car and ran to safety. Just as the driver moved away, the truck crashed into the car. The driver narrowly escaped a deadly accident. Number 6. Well, this is the true meaning of massive disaster. A massive truck crash happened in Russia when one truck suddenly hit another. The collision was strong, but luckily, the truck driver that caused the crash was safe. Despite the heavy impact, the driver avoided serious injury. It was a dangerous situation that could have ended much worse. Number 5. Here, a heavily loaded truck was turning when the top part flipped over. The wheels continued moving forward while the truck lost balance. The driver quickly escaped and ran to safety, avoiding harm. It was a terrifying moment, as the truck could have caused a serious accident, but the driver survived. Number 4. This video shows a shocking near-death experience. An excavator unloads dirt from a truck tilted at a dangerous angle, half up and half down a slope. A small jerk could have caused the truck to lose balance, risking the driver's life. Number 3. Next up, a truck was turning when it suddenly flipped over. People ran in fear, but when they looked back, they saw the driver safely climbing out of the truck. Despite the crash, the driver managed to escape without serious injury. Number 2. A transportation worker was standing by his vehicle on the road when a truck came speeding from a distance. The truck hit him, but the worker quickly ran to avoid injury. It was a close call, and he narrowly escaped a potentially deadly accident. Number 1. In the final segment, you'll be shocked by what happens next. Thanks to the smart driving of both drivers, a deadly crash was avoided. A white car suddenly lost control at high speed while a truck came from behind. The truck slipped but managed to safely hit the side of the runway. Both drivers acted quickly and skillfully to avoid a serious crash. Think these near-death truck incidents were close calls or just pure luck? Watch to see how these drivers narrowly avoided disaster. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think they were skilled or just lucky? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more unbelievable near misses on the road.